Apparently, the bragging about the introduction of Gemini 3 and Nano Banana Pro is still ongoing, and Google is adding these two monsters to all the services it previously had. The addition of these new features across all services is due to the capabilities that these two powerful models possess. An example is NotebookLM, which has received one or two new updates thanks to the presence of Nano Banana Pro. We want to talk about them in this video because these two updates are very useful features, and I myself have been waiting for them for a long time. This is a relatively short video. We want to talk about these two updates and move on. Today's video is about making infographics and slide decks literally with clicks in NotebookLM. NotebookLM is Google's AI-powered research and note-taking assistant. You can upload your sources like PDFs, Google Docs, web pages, or transcripts, and it learns from them to help you understand and summarize everything faster. It can create clean summaries, explain complex parts in simple language, generate questions or flashcards, and even produce audio or video overviews. Think of it as a smart study buddy that helps you read less and learn more, perfect for school projects, research, and content creation. I opened a new notebook, and to practically examine those features, I used deep research and type what we need to know about Stranger Things show before watching season 5. Choose deep research and wait patiently. I think it took 5 minutes and a full article of the things we need to know about Stranger Things is ready. Anyway, I added this article as a source, and now we see two new things in the Studio tab of NotebookLM. One is Infographic, and the other is Slide Deck. These were not available before, and with the entry of Nano Banana Pro, these two were also added. They were truly two missing features that NotebookLM needed, and we were waiting for them greatly. Infographic feature. What does Infographic do? It obviously creates an infographic for us. Let's look at its settings together. I've also already created one infographic, and we will look at that too. First, we can specify our language. Yes, fortunately, it supports every language that Google supports. We can choose the orientation, landscape, portrait, or square. We can select the level of detail, concise, standard, or detailed. Detailed is currently in beta. A little while ago, I tried to generate a detailed one and it gave me an error. I don't know if the problem was mine, the models, or what, but in standard it works. Now, we will look at it together, and that standard infographic is this: Stranger Things 5 Endgame Briefing. This picture is magnificent. Honestly, my jaw dropped when I first saw it. The images it created are all related to the source and are precise. When I look at it, I immediately recall the show. It has exactly taken the same material and is showing it to us as an infographic. And this image is outstanding. Just look at the masterpieces you can create in your own work and what good infographics you can make for educational or fun purposes. Look at the font. You cannot find a single mistake in this image. Whereas if we wanted to create the same thing with the standard Nano, there was a high risk finding incorrect words in it. Now, you almost cannot find a wrong word. Putting that aside, it has a beautiful font, and more importantly, it is correct. Meaning everything it says is reliable. If you are an instructor or a teacher for your students, or if you want to present something, now the only distance between you and such an infographic is coming here to the source, writing something, clicking the button, and also clicking the infographic button here, and that's it. It shows you an extraordinary infographic. Slide deck feature. And even better, even more attractive, we now have access to Slide Deck. We can create slides with NotebookLM. Not long before, we could create slides using the Gemini site itself with the Canvas mode. Now this slide creation has come to NotebookLM in a much better way with Nano Banana Pro. Slides we previously could create on the Gemini site with Canvas mode was not with Nano Banana, it was a regular slide. Although it was a masterpiece in its own right, one step ahead of other services and tools. Here we are comparing Google to Google. But what is provided here now is with Nano Banana Pro, and you can truly create miracles. Now, what options do we have access to? We have a detailed deck option and a presenter slide option. 1. Detail deck. This is for when you want your slide to be full of details and you want to create it with full text. This is more for your own educational purposes, for emailing or for reading by yourself. If you switch it to this, it puts the slide exactly into a state suitable for presenting, just like how PowerPoints are created. Key information is displayed briefly and effectively so that the presenter can explain the rest of the information verbally. If you belong to the second category, click on this. We can select the language. Thanks to Nano Banana Pro, most of languages are supported because Nano Banana Pro gave Google the power to generate text completely correct in other languages besides English. Regarding the length, we have access to short, default, and long. If we want to give an additional prompt, have a specific style, or guide the model to create our slide in a particular way, we can describe that additional prompt for it here. This same describe feature was also available for Infographic. Now the slide I created not long ago is this. Let's look at it together. And this is the slide. You see, all these images were created with Nano Banana. It is unbelievable. I truly can't believe these were created with only Nano Banana. The fact is, it created the photo in a way that allows us to use it scientifically. I believe that a model must be so precise in creating an image, it shouldn't have an inch of error for us to be able to use it scientifically. And we are now able to use it scientifically. I flipped through the slides. Look at how realistic it is and the style it used. Pay attention to the paper style of that background, how excellent it is. This is truly a blessing for instructors and creators. The thing that we instructors always suffer over is creating slides. But now, with what has been created for us here, we don't have this problem anymore. So what are you really waiting for? If you want to teach, NotebookLM and Nano Banana Pro have prepared everything for you. And even more interestingly, you can download this in PDF format. You can easily present anything to your audience using this tool. Share your experience in the comments. We all learn faster together. Thanks for listening. Now go make something great.